Hello everyone. What I'm about to show you is what can happen if you do not keep up the maintenance of your home, if you do not have repairs made in a timely fashion. To put things off and let things go can have devastating consequences. The painting project that we took on by hiring a contractor would have cost us at least 50% less if a simple maintenance had been performed several years ago. And then over the years, there was some neglect that should have been taken care of, such as removing peeled paint and sanding down walls. That could have been a do-it-yourself project. As a result, we have paid more than what we really wanted to, but yet we got the best deal we could possibly find out of 3 estimates. It's best to get at least 3 estimates, of course, or more. And if you know someone who is in the business and is a professional and they can do it for you at a much cheaper cost, that is the way to go. Another thing I'm going to share with you is that my husband let me share part of the reason why he let the house go, but he did not want me to tell the whole story. And we just have to be careful, have to respect his wishes to be private as possible. But he was going through a very sad time in his life. That was part of the reason he just did not realize how important it was to maintain the furnace. He did not realize that it would result in a serious problem to the walls. But this can happen. Always make sure your furnace is working in the winter because you need to have that air ventilation. Years ago, before I met him, his furnace went out around 2008. He was without heat. He had to use a kerosene heater and the stove.
It did cause a major problem where the paint peeled away due to moisture.
That is probably the culprit as to why we have the peeling paint. It is very severe. Now that we have an experienced painter working on this, we are confident that our living room will be restored.
This is the living room with all the furniture moved to the center of the room, but you can see the peeling paint from the walls, and it is in a terrible, devastating state. Over the years, I have seen this problem get worse and worse and worse, so I'm glad we're finally taking care of it. And the painter arrived, and he covered everything up, the sofa, Dan's recliner, the floors, and he's currently working on the project. And boy, am I super, super excited. This is day 2 of the painting project. He did an amazing job patching up here. He scraped down and he primed, and tomorrow he's going to do the sanding to make sure the walls are smooth and even before he paints.
And look at all his painter gear. That's our sofa, but it's completely covered. That's good. And there's the coffee table. But look at all his tools and everything. Isn't this interesting? Painters, they're very talented people, I believe. I mean, you got to have some patience. It takes time and patience to do that. Scraping down, that's hard work. Yep, he's going to sand that down.
Then on Monday, he's going to do the final paint. And that's the fun part. He's going to paint the ceiling too.
So I'm really looking forward to it. But what happened was we got topsy-turvy in the dining room. I didn't realize we were going to have to bring so many accessories and heavy furniture over here.
End tables and the green chair I was sitting on, and this floor lamp, which we covered up so because it's still very close to the living room. We don't want it to get paint on it. And 2 other lamps. And these are not lightweight lamps. These are very heavy. So this large picture from the living room had to be placed into the dining room, along with this beautiful but very heavy mirror that goes above the fireplace mantle. And I don't even know what's under here. Oh, these old speakers from the 1980s or the early 90s. We'll keep these in the garage until we find someone who wants them. Between the dining room and the living room, this is pure chaos. Valentine's Day's put on hold, definitely. But this is more than worth it. More than worth it. This dining room has become my office because my husband is sick. He has a sinus infection. He's had it for 3 days now. I think he's going to be fine, but he hasn't been able to sleep because he has so much pressure in his sinuses. We were spending time in the bedroom together so that the painter could have his space. And normally I work in the kitchen, but it's just been a little different, with someone else here. And he's a very nice painter and very talkative, and he explains everything as he goes along. But I'm kind of used to being here by myself when I'm working in the kitchen. And even though he's 2 rooms over, it's a small house. I just couldn't get into the cooking, so I'm behind. And here is day 3 of the painting project, and he put the first coat of paint on the walls, and it looks really good. I'm excited. The white paint is definitely sprucing everything up and making it look like new and bright and beautiful. And I'm looking behind the entertainment center, and he also painted back there, of course. Wow, this is so cool. And let me know in the comments section if a freshly painted room puts you in a good mood too. This is the last day of the painting project. It is done. It is finalized. The last coat is on the walls. And the painter just left. We gave him 2 thumbs up. He did a really good job. Amazing. Where the paint was pilling in this corner, it is completely smooth and repainted, and it looks beautiful. It looks like a new room. This is amazing. Up there, the paint was pilling, and it's fine. And in this corner, it's even. He sanded it down very well. Oh, here was the worst problem through here. Oh, it was horrible. This is looking good, don't you think? Let me know what you think in the comments. The fireplace really stands out with the wood and the white wall above it. But that's where the mirror is going, and that's what my husband and I are about to do. He doesn't want me to film it. It is super heavy, and we are lifting it together. There we go. We finally got it up there and centered perfectly. And we'll be cleaning up residue from the paint project throughout the week. Now it's time to tell you the cost of this major paint project, with the walls having to be scraped down and the painter working as hard as he could to make this happen. And he moved that sofa away, and he saw the damage behind the sofa where there was pilling paint. And I saw it in his expression that he almost wanted to charge us more money, but he didn't. That really helped the situation and saved us a bundle of money. And after it was over, he asked how we liked it, and we told him, thumbs up. We'll be using him in the future until he retires. Now, in 6 months, he'll be retiring. But we have the dining room we need to do and the hallway. Dan said he and I may do it ourselves. The problem's not as bad in these other rooms. So we have other paint projects to do throughout the house. And some of the projects Dan and I will be able to do ourselves. Anyway, the cost of this paint project was $1,500. This is a great savings, but we are very thankful that Steve was able to do the project. He's 66 years old. He started when he was 16, 50 years of experience. And the $1,500 that we gave him for the job was well spent and well worth it. Thank you for watching today. I hope I inspired you to get some renovations done and not to put it off. You can do it on a budget. Be sure to get 3 estimates at least. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one.